Sabile, homeless at the airport. According to some, the Vice President of the United States, it's like a third world country. What do you got?
That's right. Vice President Joe Biden has compared LaGuardia Airport in Queens to a third world country. There's now a record number of homeless squatting, basically living at the airport. I went to Terminal B. That's a gate where you don't need a boarding pass. There's no security check. At the entrance in the baggage claim area, there are a couple benches, but what you see are mostly homeless people seated there, and the passengers are avoiding those benches like the plague. Then I also went to the bathroom. There were complaints by some airport workers that homeless people were walking around the bathrooms naked, sleeping in there. So I actually spoke to an airport worker. She didn't want to go on camera, but she did lead me up to the second floor bathroom. And there she showed me a stall that was actually locked, but what you saw were clothes on top and bags on the bottom. So that this woman is notorious. She locks herself in the stall, and airport workers end up having to call security so that security can get her out of there. So I spoke to a man who was sitting there. I asked him, what do you think about the homeless living here at LaGuardia Airport?
I worked in a hospital, and in the hospital, anyone who's homeless, if they're in need of help, they're picked up, they're taken to the hospital, they're given help, and then they're helped to find shelter and such. It just seems like you're in New York City right now. They're just left on their own.
What's Joe Biden going to do about it? Right. He is pretty powerful.
Right.
Biden can say anything, and they never jump on him. It's he's like the crazy uncle at Thanksgiving that just says something off color. He is unbelievable. But where is Mayor de Blasio? It is, I think of going to the airport and traveling. First of all, it's a good thing that there's a food court and an area where you don't need a ticket, because if you're dropping somebody off at the airport, it's nice that you can walk in, have a meal, before they go. On the other side, this is disgusting and ridiculous. I think of like my kids, and you travel and you send them to the bathroom before you go through security, and you worry about their safety. And this is a dangerous situation. You got to get them out of there and clean the airport up.
How is this any different than what's been going on for 50 years at the Port Authority? Why is it different now that it's at the airport? We're turning into a third world country. We don't make anything here anymore.
Don't you think it's something, though, that speaks to the security at the airport? I had that issue the other day with the unattended bag and how ridiculous it was at Newark. That literally, they didn't know what to do.
Nobody cares
they
at
put
the
a
bus
wet
station.
floor sign by the unattended bag.
How many stories do we have to do and talk about the record number of homelessness in the city to get Mayor de Blasio's attention? But then, even more important is how many stories do we have to do where we talk to individuals that are homeless that say they don't want to go to these shelters because they're either dangerous, they're dirty. I mean, we got to put this in perspective. Even if you have enough places for homeless people to go, do they want to go there? Are they safe there?
I mean, I guess the point
then.
is, like, you don't have to go to the shelter, but you can't stay here.
When I was speaking to that man who works at the airport, he said that he sees one homeless man who looks like he's going somewhere. He says he's from Australia. He's there every single day, speaks to you, but then you smell a stench. And that's how you know he's homeless.
Yeah, because he's living at the airport.
Some of them mask it well.